Are live. Let's get us where we can see each other. Can you guys see me? How you doing? Happy Sunday. We are all in a Sunday energy today, guys. Y'all know how I feel about my Sunday moments. Those that have been with us for a very long time. My very strong, loyal engagers, exchangers, supporters, love and light to you always. For those where it may be your very first time, I haven't really heard from anyone that was like, hey, I'm going to come on for the first time and where should I go? I don't really know if that happened this week, but if it is your first time, I will say welcome. Our moments have been way, way long time ago. They were on Fridays, and then we moved them to Saturday mornings. That's kind of their home space. And then occasionally, it not so occasionally this season, we have had to go to Sunday mornings. And this is a Sunday moment for those that are watching me live and in real time. Thank you again. I know what Sundays are. I know what they mean. And I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your love and your energy. Life happens, and when it happens, we happen to happen back, right? So we move and we roll, and so I thank you all for being a part of that, and for being a part of this, and for being here for a Sunday moment. And for those that watch me later, which is the majority of you, and you get me in when you can, I feel love about that. Watching me on your way to work, on your way from work, when you're cooking, when you're cleaning up, when you're taking care of your business in the office, and you just got me playing, just making sure you grab yourself a moment. Love and light to you. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm grateful for your time as well. But we are going to go ahead and get into where we are. We're currently in a 23-week declaration series, and we have been declaring, y'all. We are at week number 4, which means look how that whole month of February is gone. We're in our first moment of March, and we are in our fourth declaration. And this declaration for today is, I declare myself obedient to my alignment. We're talking about obedience today, y'all. I declare myself obedient to my alignment. And we're breaking that down today into 3 different segments, which is going to be stay, start, and sync. Okay, that's how we're going through this declaration, because it's not enough to just, we've come through an affirmation series. We came through a matter of moment series. We're currently in a declaration series, and we're going to keep growing and flowing with it, keep evolving all the time, right? So, what we do here at a moment of harmony, what we've learned, what we've experienced, is that we can't just declare ourselves. We can't just affirm ourselves. We can't just speak out without the practical actions that go behind it, without the understanding, without the becoming of the information that you are embodying. You can't embody anything that you aren't becoming. So we go through and we break it down, and we're going through those 3 places today to break down this declaration, because we are saying that we are declaring ourselves obedient to our alignment, not obedient to our pain, not obedient to our pressures, not obedient to our past, not obedient to our insecurities or our trauma, but obedient to our alignment. And understanding that assignment is a whole nother thing. And that's why we're going to go and diligently move through this today. So again, thank you for your time and your energy in this space with me today, and having your moment, embracing your moment, creating your moment, making sure that your moments are working for you here with a moment of harmony. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get right on into it. When it comes to saying that, y'all know me, I always talk about being Aquarius. Y'all know how I am with all my cosmology and my sciences of life. When it comes to being an Aquarius, words like submission and obedience, they start to make me feel a little special. I kind of am a rebel at heart. So it's kind of, whoa, obedient to who, to what, to where? But in growth and evolution, this is why I also use the word alignment. That I can get with. Y'all know I can connect and bring some peace and some balance to things. I'm with that. Order. when we're talking about alignment and we're talking about order, we're talking about balance, y'all, we all up in my act. We're talking about being obedient to a structure. I know what that sounds like. I know. But it's an obedience to a structure of a system. And when we're talking about the universe, we're talking about a system. When we're talking about life and life beliefs, we're talking about a system. When we're talking about really harmony, networking, collectivity, connectivity, we're talking about systems. We're talking about things, a web that is being brought together for a greater good. Even us free spirits can get with that, right? When it comes to that part of life, we're talking about the structure that is in place. And we're not talking about a structure that's been orchestrated per se by man or a structure that has a beginning, middle, end, like many of us think of structure. But we're talking more of a system. Life is a system, like the ecosystem, like the life cycle. Life is secular in that way. Things move in that way. Awakening, dawnings, arrivals, they just happen in that way. And when we're saying we want to be obedient, we're saying we're being obedient to the process of becoming. We're being obedient to the process of being. We're being obedient to the process of enlightenment and of leveling within ourselves and within our purpose. So we can't declare our obedience and we aren't working through it. We can't declare our obedience and constantly are in counterproductive mindsets, mind frames, behavioral circumstances, like saying that I know that there's a greater calling on my life for where I should be, who I should be, what I should be, but I'm going to take part in counterproductive behaviors, not being transparent, being deceptive, not being receptive, not being intentional, not being proactive, counterproductive to your alignment. And we're saying that the Creator is aligning. There are things being put in place, shifts that are happening with the universe that seem kind of peculiar, seem a little bit bizarre and out there, but I'm understanding that they're all for the greater of my good, that my steps are being ordered. And if my steps are being ordered, guess what? I must be in alignment. And in order for me to be in alignment, I must be obedient. You got it. You guessed it. You're on it. You're with me. I must be obedient. It must be time for me to be peace, love. It must be time for me to be obedient with my alignment. Okay? Y'all know that what is it, Tay Money. I look, I'm not big on the ratchet music, but I have my ratchet music arsenal every now and again. And Tay Money, y'all know I understood the assignment. Okay, she wasn't talking about divine alignment in that song. I'll clear that up. But when I hear it, right? And I think about understanding the assignment, understanding the mission, understanding the purpose on my life, the calling as it pertains to every element of my life, not the finished picture, not the overall picture, but understanding my assignment and my role as a being, as a woman, as a mother, as a lover, as a friend, as a student, in order for me to really be in alignment with what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Again, there's an obedience. There's an obedience to the structure. There's an obedience to the process that must take place. So how do we know, Mama Harmony, how do we know that we are standing behind our declarations accurately, appropriately, courageously, strongly, and most of all, effectively? Effectively standing behind your declaration. How do we know that that's happening? We know that because we know that in these three areas that we're going to break down, because we are being intentional with our stay, our start, and our sink. And that's how we're going to make sure that this train stays on track with me being in alignment with this declaration. So our stay. How do we be obedient with our stay? We be obedient with our stay in the way that the universe, when we are evolving, when we are transforming, when we are in motion, sometimes the universe tells you to stay put, stay focused, stay motivated. And this is a very important element to comprehend, to really understand, because there are times when the Creator tells you to stay in one season and move in another season in the very exact circumstance. And if we are listening to self, and I don't mean higher self, I mean lower vibrational self, hurt self, struggling self, deprived self, deficient self, if we're listening to lower self, we'll take on an assignment in a season that's not attached to another season. So we'll stay in a marriage longer than we should have. We'll stay in a position longer than we should have. We'll stay in a friendship longer than we should have. We'll stay in a mindset longer than we should have. We'll stay in a predicament that was meant for growth and perspective in one season that will not carry into the next season. So understanding your stay and being obedient to your stay is very vital to your growth. It's very vital to your alignment. So being obedient and being able to tune in to when the Creator is saying, stay focused. I know that you are not happy here. I know that you need more here. I know you're not getting the signs or the validation, but right now I want you to stay. Stay alert. Stay focused. Stay hungry. Stay in motion. Understanding your stay in your season will get you closer to your obedience with your alignment. So how many times now, again, because the Creator is saying stay right now does not mean. And sometimes the Creator is saying stay with self. Stay obedient to self. And staying obedient to self, y'all, this is where it gets tricky. Staying obedient to self could be motion as it pertains to something or someone else. But understanding the stay is the main part. Stay where, Creator? Stay yourself. Stay your focus. Stay. Be in a place. Be still within yourself. Be quiet within your life so that you can understand exactly what I'm needing you to be obedient to. Do not come to the Creator. Do not be open and receptive in the morning to assignment and instruction, and you don't understand your stay. Because your assignment could be reassigned. Come on, there's been some seasons going on, and many of us have had reassignment, right? We've been put on one mission one day, put on road one day, make an impact in someone's life, learn and gain a lesson in one arena, and the Creator is saying this was a season. This was a reason. This is not a lifetime situation. Reassignment. But in order for me to understand my assignment, my reassignment, be in alignment with it all, I have to really be in tune with my stay. Where is it that Creator is always going to listen? When it comes to a mission, the Creator is always going to have your mission. You're going to have, just like there are all directions, north, south, east, and west, constantly working as one for a whole direction, right? Am I going north? Am I going south? It depends on where you have to go. So when the Creator is sending you where you have to go and you're getting your map within self, you're always going to have a forward thinking position. You'll always have a reflective gaining, a Sankofa, a go back and get and understand position, and then you'll be right in the middle. That's the center. This is why we don't have one chakra, we have many chakras, because the alignment is the assignment. Okay, the alignment is real. So then I'm always going to have on my mission these points, so I always must thoroughly understand my stay. What is the Creator asking me to stay here, stay with you, stay thinking, stay relative, stay focused, stay rest. Where am I stay? Sometimes it is just stay put. Don't move right now. I have something connected to your assignment right now that I want you to be focused on. I'm sorry. I am not having mommy mercy right now. How can I help you? That was not, y'all. Sorry about that. Mommy mercy. See, I stay in my moment. Can I stay in my moment? Whoo, child, woo-sa. Okay, so what is your stay? When it comes to being obedient, when it comes to moving in that way, what are we? What are we staying in? The creator is when it comes to the directions that I'm getting, because you might ask me to move into another direction, but stay focused. You may ask me to move and break me out of, drag me through something, but need me to stay humble, stay alert, stay, what is it? Obedient. That's the word I'm really looking for. You want me to be obedient in a tumultuous situation. So you might be giving me the guidance and the coverage for how I'm going to survive, what I'm going to survive. But in the meantime, you have a stay in order. What when the pandemic broke out and everything was the way it was, we had to like stay in, what is it, stay in place order or something like that. But it was the not being able to leave, not being able to go somewhere. And it did not mean we didn't have internal work to do. And we didn't have transformations and changes that didn't take place. And that there weren't 1,000 things that came out of that experience that changed our lives forever. But we had to stay put. There was a place in order, in place. I can't remember what the exact order was called, but it was something like stay in place, input, place and stay, whatever. But it was pretty much, the gist of it was, you can't move and you can't go anywhere. The order on your life has been to stay. What is your stay? You cannot be obedient. You cannot be in alignment with your direction if you don't know what your stay order is. Stay where? Stay what? Stay how? Stay when? That stay is a part. That stay is vital because it moves into our start. The creator is going to ask you to stay. The creator is going to ask you to stay yourself. The creator is going to ask you to stay in place. The creator is going to ask you to the stay order is coming. But the stay order is directly linked, 100% connected to your start. Stay where so you can start what? Stay how so you can start when? Stay how so you can start how, right? Start. When it comes to being obedient to our alignment, to where we need to be next, to the next level of evolvement within self, when it comes to that, it's like the creator is saying, you can't be obedient to where you're going if you don't know when to start. You don't know when to start over. You don't know when to start anew. You don't know when to start a new conversation, start a new behavior, start a new direction, endeavor. You don't know when to restart. You're still in last season's jump pool, jump off energy. You're supposed to have a new start. When I told you and I shut that down, when I shut that job down for you, when I shut that relationship down, when I shut that circumstance down, when I ended that course, when I ended this semester, when I moved you out of this term, when I stopped it so that you would stay, it was so that you would be more clear and obedient to your start. You would be motivated. You would be stimulated. You would be put into motion in a way that you are not confused at all in which direction I have you go. Because I stopped some stuff. I made you stay in some places that were uncomfortable, that were impossible. And all the while, I was creating your start. I was stimulating your start. When you were running on a hamster wheel, stuck in quicksand, frozen in a block of ice, going nowhere fast, repeating cycles seemingly, in a place you know you have outgrown. You are at this point, as humbly as we can say, better than. Why? Why did I have you stay there? Why did I stop you there? Why do I have you on pause? Why do I have your dreams on pause? Why do I have your body on pause? Why do I have your emotion on pause? Why do I have your materials and your resources on pause? It's because in the stay is where you're going to get your stimulation for your start. And you keep trying to start old stuff. You trying to restart a broken down car. I have a start for you. And it's not that. I have a start of a mindset for you. I have a shift in your start. I have a start of a brand new path, a brand new road, a brand new journey, a new level of yourself. And I need you to be in alignment with this new level. And therefore, you must be obedient to start. So when I say start now, start today, start tonight, start that new book, start this new business, start this new mindset, start this new diet, start this new relationship, start this new mind frame, start this next level, enroll, engage, register. What I say start, you will be obedient to your alignment. You won't be counterproductive in your own growth. You're not going to be counterproductive in your own tomorrow, on the own promise of your life, and cry about who has slowed you down, and cry about what has gotten in your way, and cry about what has stopped you and hurt you and harmed you and sabotaged you and attacked you, because I am granting you a new start. And if you're focused on all of that, you will lack obedience for the new start. You won't know that I'm giving you what to start, even in what it looks like you're not able to start it. When I'm giving you the direction, you don't have to worry about the resources. When I'm breaking it down for you, I'm tearing it apart for you, I am shutting it all down. Tower moments are happening. You don't have to worry about cleaning it up and recuperating and keeping it together, because the only thing I need you to be focused on is your start. I need you to be obedient to the start. I shut it. I took it. I broke it. I ripped it. I got that. I need you to get started. Started on your tomorrow. Started on your new self. Started on your new family. Started on your new direction, your new focus. I stopped it. And I only stopped it because we don't serve a cruel creator. Y'all know I love that. I'm always reminding myself and others of that. I do not serve a cruel creator. I only stopped it so that you could start this. I only had you stay so that I can stimulate your start. I put you in that cage. I put you in that empty space. I put you in this place of loneliness. I put you in the status of single. I put you in the status of growing. I put you in the status of hungry. I put you in a staying place so that you could start this thing the way it needs to be done, so that you can move this thing in a divine direction and only the way you can, because I created you for an intentional and divine purpose to move in a way that only you can move in. I made you stay so that you can start. Honor your start. I don't know why the creator told me to just call this person. Let me start this conversation. I'm going to start this initiation. I'm going to start today. Y'all, let me share a testimony with y'all real quick. A lot of people know a lot of my story. I can be very transparent in my moments. And because a lot of people are very transparent with me, I have a lot of healing sessions with individuals that trust me with their deepest parts of their lives. And I am always so very honored, humbled, and grateful. And I'll reciprocate as often as I can with my own humility and my own transparency. On last week, my biological father, who many know I have a lot of healing to do from with my parents, both parents, growing up, childhood, all of these things we have to work through. And my father, my biological father, took sent me a text message and he asked if he could take me out to dinner. Now, for those who's had a daddy, who have daddies, who have had daddies, and they go out with their daddies all the time, y'all might have missed what just happened there. If I'm saying 37 years of no paternal connection, biological connection, yes. We got some genes, y'all. The genes are strong. Genes are strong, definitely strong. But no connection paternally, no parental connection, right? Definitely been in a place where just growing and doing my work. Not even sure if it's ever going to happen, but absolutely trusting the Creator that everything was for the reason that it needed to be for, and that I am who I was absolutely intended to be. But guess what? I'm supposed to be more. I'm still going to have to keep growing. I'm still going to have to be becoming. So it doesn't mean that the Creator is not going to plant new seeds and new seasons for me. That's absolutely happening, and for you as well. Anyway, he sent out a text, asked if he could take me to dinner. I'm saying somewhere in this alignment, the Creator is saying, honor the start. I had you stay in a place so that you'd recognize the start when I send it to you. And when I send that big blinking light on that start, push it. Push it. Push it so you don't miss your start. Push it so you don't miss your chance. Push it so you don't miss the remix, the remake, the next chapter. You gotta start. You have to start somewhere. And you won't get somewhere if you don't start somewhere. And you can't start somewhere if you aren't obedient to the start I'm putting on your life. So when I send you that sign, when I send you that manifested prayer, when I send you that answer, that feels, that thought, when I start bringing it together, work with me. Start. Start then with your honesty. Start then with your vulnerability. Start then with your communication and your transparency. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when to start. You won't always have to hide it. You won't always have to keep it. You won't always have to hold it. You won't always have to harbor it. Right now, in this season of being safe, I'm having you stay. But when it comes time for you to grow and to break out and to burst through, when in your courageous season, I'll have you start. Safe season, stay. Courageous, because you're going through the process of growth and development, start it now. Do it now. The Creator is telling you, what is your start? What do you hear in your spirit? What are you seeing in your dreams? What is being reinforced in your day-to-day in signs and communications and feelings, intuition? What is your start? What is the next thing you need to be getting a move on about? Create a stopped something. Something you're upset about, something you're depressed about, something you're disturbed about, something you're disoriented. He stopped it. To start. Sometimes the Creator have stopped something you've been praying for him to stop. You've been asking him, begging him, pleading. And then when he stopped it, you were disoriented because like, oh, you really stopped that. You really removed that. You really cut that out. And now you're sitting there looking like, but why and how and what next? Start. I stopped it so that you can start. You asked for this obstacle to be removed because you said you would start your journey. You said you would start your book. You said you would start your path. You said you would start that song. You said you would start that project. You said you would start if I would just remove. And so I had you stay so that you could see, so that you can learn, so that you can grow. And then I moved and now I need you to start. Honor your start. Be obedient to the start. Be obedient to the start that the Creator is placing on your life. Start now with your healing. Start now with your new perspective. Start now with your speaking. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much you've let fly. I don't care how much have gone by. I don't care how much has happened. I don't care how far behind the boat you feel. You start. When the Creator tells you to start, when in your spirit you feel like I cannot go another day, I am literally feeling pushed from the inside to start. Start anew. Start again. Start. Honor your start. So we did our stay, our start, and now here's our sync. Sync has a slash with it. Sync, SYNC, right? When it comes to being obedient to our alignment, we have to be in sync. We gotta start syncing these things in our lives together. Y'all, this is a lesson that is radiating throughout my life so much. In my younger days, right? 20s, early 30s, I am like, things are so compartmentalized. I am not putting all the things together. I am learning as I'm growing. All things are connected. The universe does not work separately. Love, faith, friendship, all of these things are all literally coming. What I am doing today that I'm trying to isolate in today is greatly 1000% affected to my tomorrow and my 20 years from now. Because I need to sync it. I need to understand the syncing of it. And that's why I said slash strategy. Because there is strategy in our assignment. There is strategy in the correlation of it all. There is brilliance and science to life in living. And that is always. That is not sometimes. That is not when it's obviously coming together. That is not when I sit and I'm meditating and I'm reflecting and I'm actually paying attention to things coming together. That is even in our oblivion, in our ignorance, and in our immaturity. The sinking is happening around us, but not with us when we're not obedient. And then life begins to happen to us and against us, or so we feel, only because we aren't synced the way we need to be synced. If we sink into it, if we're in alignment with the strategy, if we are understanding and humble to the strategy, if we're obedient to the strategy, we'll sync it. Y'all know how you sync your phone to the TV and to the phone and to the car and to the Bluetooth, to the speaker. You know, we can walk in. I know I have a number of houses I can walk in right now and the Wi-Fi is connected. Soon as I walk in, connected. Places I don't even live anymore. Y'all, places you don't even live anymore. There are seasons I'm not in anymore, but I'm syncing them to the season I'm in right now because in order for me to be obedient, I cannot be oblivious. So my days of oblivion and immaturity and naivete, they are gone in order for me to be in alignment. In order for me to be obedient to my alignment, these things must go. There are places I don't live anymore. I don't even frequent. But if ever I am there, look, I can just drive by. If I'm close enough to it, my Wi-Fi will sync to my phone. There are things that I get out of. You get up out that car on that Bluetooth and drop that call because it's synced. I walk in and right away, I'm not even talking to Siri. I don't even be talking to Siri. Siri can think I said something close to Siri. She might say something right now. And she'll be like, excuse me, Harmony. I didn't get that. I'm synced. I'm saying that all to say that when we are more conscious of the syncing and the synchronicity of our assignment and our divine placement, we are going to be more careful, evolving, and most of all, more obedient to what is happening. When I understand that I'm connected to it all, I'm moving differently. How many of us are more cognizant of what we take pictures of or put in our phone when we know our phone is connected to the TV where the whole family can see the TV? I might not need to download the TikTok with the curse words in it if I know when the children go on, the TV is going to be synced to my account and they're going to see it. I'm saying we are more obedient to what we are more observant with. And we're more observant or should be more observant of our syncing. Sync that thing. You cannot be obedient to where you're going and you're not bringing them together. If you are still in a place where your childhood and your lessons and your thoughts of self as a child are not being linked exactly to where you are right now, and they're not being synced to the lessons that you've experienced in the past 10, 15, 20 years, if right now things are not happening for you that you need to happen, and you haven't synced them with your thoughts, and you haven't synced them with your actions, and you haven't synced them most importantly with your obedience, sometimes things happen to me, I don't even worry. There's this song, Won't He Do It? And I love it, by Corinne Hawthorne. And she says, people wonder how you sleep at night. And there's some things I just don't. I'm not going to say I don't, y'all. I'm human. I cry, I sweat, I think. I'm saying, but there are some times when I let it loose and I sleep well because I know what I'm obedient to. I understand that I'm sinking this lesson that might not even be for me, but it's touching me because I'm connected to it. So I guess, like you say, it's for me in some way for sure because it's synced, right? There we go. Syncing it. There's some things I don't even fret because I know what I'm obedient to. And then when I am worrying and I am in a place of anxiety, what are you not being obedient to? Y'all, I had a day of so many strange feelings yesterday. I want to say borderline anxiety, just feeling like out of sorts, just not at a calm place. And when I did my reflecting, I realized you are not being obedient to yourself, to your desires, to your manifestations, to your words, to what it is you say you want and where you want to be. You're starting to settle for some things. You're starting to accept some things. You're starting to be present in some things you should not be present in without the security that you need, without the reassurance that you deserve. These are the things you asked for, sis. You're not being obedient to your own standard. Creator saying, move this, and then sit there, and then go here, and then you got comfortable in one place. You liked the way it felt and the way it was. And guess what? As soon as that starts happening, you're not syncing this thing together. You're not understanding. You're not putting syncing one season to the next. You're not understanding and being obedient. You're being oblivious to this alignment. Focus on where I'm sending you. Focus on where I'm sitting you. Focus on where I'm growing you, why I'm growing you, how I'm growing you. Sync it. Where you were, where you are, sync it. Who you're with, who you're around, sync it. What you're thinking, what you're eating, what you're feeling, sync it. What you're planning, what your progress, your sync it. Your list, your thoughts, your rest, sync it. It is all relevant. It's all relevant, and it's all necessary, and it's all working. And what I know is I cannot declare myself obedient to my alignment. Meaning I want to wake up and say, Creator, whatever, wherever, however, I'm available. I'm available for the greatness you have in store for me. I'm available for the transformations you are creating within me. I'm available for the beauty that you are blooming in my life. I'm available for the greatness, for the every answered prayer and then some that you have lined up for me, and tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. I'm here for it. I cannot declare that I'm here for it if I am not first and obedient with the alignment. I'm saying I want it, but am I obedient to what you need me to do, be, and have to get there? Yeah, I want it. I'm with it. Count me in. Okay. Well, count you in. I need you to stay focused. I need you to stay humble. If you want me to count you in, I need you to start new now. I need you to start this now. I need you to restart that. And then I need you to understand how I've been braiding this thing together for you the whole time. So when you're starting to feel lost and confused in this whole process of where I'm moving you through, sync it. Sync it. Not sink it, S-I-N-K. Don't let it drop. sync it, bring it together. Don't drop it, bring it together, right? Draw it. Don't drop it, draw it, right? Put this picture in perspective. And then you'll be in obedience with your alignment. You'll be moving where you need to be. We feel it. We feel it. We know it. We're in it. And in order for us to really be there with it, we have to be in that place. We have to be able to say, I'm not going to drop it. I'm going to draw it. Start it. I'm sorry, what do we say? Stay, start, sync. Obedience with your alignment. Look, y'all are going to great and beautiful places. All of us that are touching, we talked about this in my praise break in January, touching and agreeing over 2023 is all happening for us. We just got to make sure we take a hold of these declarations and what their intentions are for us and really being true for the transformations that are happening with us in them and move them the way they're supposed to be moved. Work this thing the way it's supposed to be worked so that we turn out as the great works that we were designed to be, right? We were designed for greatness. We're being grounded. We're going to grow and then greatness. So we have to be obedient in that process. I'm so grateful for y'all for joining me today for my moment. I'm so grateful for y'all that sacrificed y'all Sunday. Y'all took out of y'all's family time, your religious practices, your spiritual practices, your quiet rest to come and grab you a moment. And may the Creator bless you abundantly for that. Bless you for showing up and saying, I'm here for the moment. I'm here to grab my moment. I'm here to exchange and give energy for a moment. This has been another beautiful, phenomenal moment that I'm always grateful to share with you. I will see you next weekend, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, Saturday at 10. But you definitely will get an update if anything does change. But I'll see you next weekend for another moment of harmony. Declare yourself obedient to your alignment. Do that thing for yourself, with yourself, in yourself. I love you. You all be blessed.